Welcome to another tutorial from yours truly. Topic today, creating runs and fillers in your music. Now the first thing to know, and I sure wish someone had told me this years ago, is that everything must be counted. In other words, you can't play a pile of notes in a descending manner and hope for the best. Doing something like this just won't cut it. It just will not work. Secondly, what note values do you plan to use? Well, anywhere from slow moving quarter notes to faster moving 16th notes and beyond are certainly available. It's kind of up to you how you want to put that together. Third, this is important. You must have a destination note that will end the run. Now the major or minor third of a chord is a safe bet, although roots are also possible. Now runs tend to start on a weak part of the bar and preferably run to the strong beat of a new bar, separate from the melody. This gives the listener a chance to hear the conclusion of the run. Let me give you a few examples of what I mean here. If I take the song Lady is a Tramp, on bar 4, the tendency chord of G7 in the key of C will lead to bar 5, the tonic, a great place to put a run in. So I'm going to do a G7 run using 16th notes, and what I will do is slow it down so you can see and hear exactly what I'm doing. So let's give it a go. And so on and so forth. Now, as I mentioned, everything must be counted, so let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1. Notice that I landed on a rest on the first beat of the bar 1, coming in on the second beat. What you don't want to do is have your run come all the way down and land on a melody note. It just doesn't sound right. I'll give you an example of that. Just has the wrong feel to it. So make sure you land on a rest, bang, and then continue on. Remember, not only can a run end on a major third, it can also end on a minor third. Let's create a run into F. Most likely the run will be based on the dominant C7 or C9 or even a C13. When approaching your target note, the third crossing the bar line, in this case onto the F, you can leave the notes of the chord that you're descending down and come in chromatically. It helps drive it into the target note. Now when creating a run, believe it or not, it's best to work backwards from the end to the beginning of the run. You may consider writing out a rhythmic pattern, a guide to follow, something like this, so that I could figure out what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so there's the rest I'm going to land on, the A right there, and I'm coming in on 2 sets of 8th note triplets. One I have a beam on, the other I don't, just to show you that you can do it either way. And to set up those 2 sets of 8th note triplets, I'm going to have 3 8th notes to get it rolling. Notice I'm not coming in on the strong beat. I purposely put a rest there, so I'm coming in on the and after the first beat. So the rhythm is going to be something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 triplet, 4 triplet, bang. And I'll land on the third of the F chord. So I'm going to start creating my run with these last set of 3 8th note triplets. So here's my target note. Well, I mentioned I could use chromaticism to get there. 4 triplet 1. I could use part of the C9 chord, 9 root 7 onto the third of F. 4 triplet 1. I could even, approach it from underneath. 4 triplet 1, or even 4 triplet 1. Well, I'm gonna have to choose one, so I guess I'll go with 4 triplet 1. So if this is on my 4th beat, I need 3 notes starting on this triplet here to get me to the D. So how about just these guys? So 3 triplet 4 triplet 1. Sounds good. Now I've got these 3 little 8th notes to use. Well, I could come down 1 on the rest, 1 and 2 and 3 triplet 4 triplet 1. Or maybe kind of do an action and reaction up and down. 1 and 2 and 3 triplet 4 triplet 2. And now you could create that run back into another bar and have it almost a 2-bar run, depending on the tempo and everything else that goes with that. Well, now that we've created a run, let's hear it. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 triplet 4. A run can actually start on a strong first beat of the bar if you use pickup notes starting at a weak point of a previous bar. That bears repeating. Let me do that one more time. A run can actually start on the strong first beat of the bar if you use pickup notes starting at a weak point of a previous bar. It's best to move in an upward direction for a downward run and move in a downward direction for an uphill run. This technique is called action and reaction. So my action is coming up to the first strong beat, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or if I should go the other way, I'll come down, action and reaction going back up. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Generally speaking, in slow tempo songs, a quick run would be out of character and therefore lack continuity. So how do you handle 2 long bars of music with 1 long sustained note? Well, you just can't sit there and count to 4 twice. So the song lore that I posted recently, and I've also done a tutorial on, creates this exact problem. Let's look together to find a solution. First of all, let's identify what the problem is. In bars 3 and 4, we will encounter G major 9 with nothing happening melodically. Then in bars 7 and 8, we're faced with the same problem with F major 9. Well, let's experience the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Houston, we got a problem. Now look, a quick solution would be to do what the composer did. Just simply put the song in 2/2 cut time. However, that would deny us the opportunity of solving this problem creatively. It's up to the arranger or musician to keep the forward motion of the music moving forward. I'm going to provide you with a couple of fill-in solutions for each of the 2 bars of G and F. Let's give that a listen. Wasn't too involved, but it certainly kept the music moving along. Let's see what I did. I created a dissonant so that I could resolve it by step onto an F6. And then I duplicated it up here. Same thing, an octave higher. And then the 3rd to the major 7, and pushed myself out of the bar with an 8th note triplet. Putting the melody note on the 2nd beat instead of the 1st beat. Everything must be counted, so let's do that. 1, right, solution number 2 for the same spot. A little more involved this time. Let's take a listen. Ooh, what did I do there? Well, let's analyze it. So I came in, there's my melody note, turn that into 4/8 notes. 1, moving my thumb to the B flat, with a C in the bass, created a C13 with an augmented 11. And I used my left hand to create 2 8th note triplets, with echoing it up here, coming on the B minor, the 3rd chord of G, which is a nice substitute, and coming down chromatically. And dipping just a half tone below my G6, and coming up to it, and allowing it to fall. Well, let's count that in, and then I'll continue into our next problem area, the F major 9 chord. Here it is counting in. 1 and 2 and 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and woo, a little more involved. Let's see what I did there. So I came in, it's my F major 9, using an augmented 5th to take me to the 6. Left the melody now. I'm on an F6. Continuing up chromatically, now I have an F major 7. Moved up to this position. You see that's the outline of an F major 9. 2 little 8th notes to take me out of the bar, coming in with block chords on an F6. I'm going to move that into an F major 7, but instead of coming up here, I'm going to remain on the C, giving me the drop 2 and the advantage of a 10th, up to the F major 9, and using those 10ths to bring me down into the F minor 9. Now everything must be counted, so let's do that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And let's listen to the last example here. Let's analyze what I just did. I came in with, there's my F major 9 to a 9/6, taking that D and bringing it up here so it'll come down to the C, F major 13, resolve, and then I step up to this configuration, stacked perfect force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What's nice about the stacking is it makes up a 10th for me, so it's easy to step around. Now the chord is very ambiguous. Am I still on an F major 7 or F major 9? Well, let's put that in. Oh yeah, that blends itself very nicely. In fact, it's ambiguous enough that it could support an E flat major 9 or even an E flat major 7. And the fact that they're tenths, I can step them down very nicely into this position. Another stack of perfect force. Not all stacked force will work. If I move it up one step, I've got an augmented fourth, and that doesn't work so well. I can alter any of the inner notes. I can move the D to the C if I want it. Either way, I can step down. Well, you can see that I've got myself an F major 7, so I'm on track. There it is. Got to move the C, but we don't need any duplicate notes. I'm going to step down again. Yep, you can still see that that's an F major 7. And that's the beginning of the last triplet to take me out of the bar. Everything must be counted, so let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Creating runs and fill-ins will help keep the music moving in a forward direction. So there you go. And it's time to go. I hope you've gained just a little insight as to what is involved in implementing these techniques. In closing, let me say that I love receiving your comments. If you haven't subscribed, well, why not take the time and do it now? Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep the music flowing, and bye for now.